I bring you greetings from here. My name is Amb Nnaemeka Nkem. I'm a Pan-Africanist. But today I want to deliver a message, a sound message to Americans, to Africans, and the world at large over the re-election of Donald Trump into second term. First of all, I want to remind you that I am not campaigning for Trump to win just because of my likeness for him, but I'm doing it for the interest of the whole world, for the interest of humanity, for the interest of Africans, for the interest of black race, irrespective of the ongoing accusations that Trump hates black people. I will come to that shortly. But before I proceed, I want to bring to you clearly what Donald Trump stands for Americans. I want to bring to you clearly what Donald Trump stands to the whole world. I want to bring to you what Donald Trump stands for Christians all over the world and for Africans. You know, previously, Donald Trump made an order restricting immigrants into America. Or he placed a ban over immigrants into America. Let me tell you the reason for that. Many people around the world criticized him for that act, or for that move, or for that action precisely. Many people from Africa criticized him for that act. But I tell you categorically that Trump did that because he has the interest of Americans at heart. Trump did that. He banned immigrants into America temporarily because he has the interest of Americans at heart. He made a press release that the reason why he banned immigrants into America temporarily is because he wants to secure jobs in America for Americans. That is what a true leader that has the interest of his citizens at heart should do. It's not how we have it all over the world, especially in Africa, where we have leaders that are very, very selfish, that are very, very self-centered, that does not care, that does not have the interest of their citizens at heart. Remember when Trump won his first election, during the time of his address, he said that he, I quote, Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America, not the president of the world. When he made this statement, he was criticized over that. But I tell you that he is 100% right. In as much as America holds the world power, America is a sovereign state. America is a country of its own. And you don't expect a president of America to ignore what is going on in America and pay his or her attention to the world or to other countries or to other ethnic groups. He made that statement that he is the president of America, not the president of the world, because he knows what his mission is. His mission is to serve Americans. His mission is to serve the world. His mission is to serve the human race. I am telling you this, but I will give you the analytical points shortly as we follow up this message. I bet you to ignore the messenger and accept this message and distribute it to the hearing of all Americans, to the hearing of all Africans, to the hearing of the world at large over the re-election of Donald Trump. I tell you that Donald Trump means well for Americans. Donald Trump mean well for Africans, black race, and the whole world. He is facing these challenges today, all these fights from Obama and Bill Gates and the rest of them, all the Democrats today, because of his agenda contradicts the agenda of Obama. Because Trump's agenda contradicts the agenda of Antichrist. Trump's agenda contradicts the agenda of Illuminati. The Trump agenda contradicts the agenda of the Church of Satan. It contradicts the agenda of Bill Gates. It contradicts the agenda of the Chinese. That is why Trump is facing this level of threat, this level of opposition today. But I tell you, if you mean well for yourself, if you want the best for yourself, I urge you to vote for Donald Trump for his forthcoming re-election, I think in November this year, 2020. Why do I recommend that? You remember, during Obama, the former president of the United States that just left before Trump emerged, you saw clearly what was going on. You saw clearly the agenda of Obama that represents Antichrist. You saw clearly the agenda of Obama that represents Church of Satan, Illuminati. Obama's agenda was to impose the whole world, impose Africa into Antichrist and Satanism. I am also sending this message to the black race who claims that Trump is a racist. Let me tell you, the difference has been there before Trump emerged as president of the United States. The act of racism has been there during George Bush. The act of racism, the record of racism in America has been there during Bill Clinton. The record of racism has been there during even Obama. The record of racism has been there and also is there now during Trump and will still remain after Trump. The point is not whether Trump is racist or not. The black people in America are the ones complaining. Blacks, we know how to complain. What the problem we blacks has is inferiority complex. We like to sit back and complain and criticize over everything. Even those that come to fight for us is also in danger for fighting for us blacks. I am asking blacks in America that complains that the whites are racist and Trump is a racist. I am asking you, even late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., when he was running, when he was fighting racism in America, who was the woman that stabbed him in his chest? She is a black woman. The woman that stabbed Martin Luther King on his chest is a black woman. It's not white. Martin Luther King was fighting for the interests of blacks in America. Yet, a black woman was the one that stabbed him on his chest. If you have come across one of his speeches or one of his videos where he tagged it, "Thank God I didn't sneeze," where he talked about a young girl that sent him a letter and wrote beneath the letter, "Thank God you didn't sneeze." It was a black woman that stabbed Martin Luther King, not a white. Then can you now prove to me that Martin Luther King that was fighting for blacks was also stabbed, there was an attempted murder to murder, assassinate him by also a black woman, the black race that he was also fighting for, attempted to assassinate him for the first time. That is the black race. If you bring it back to Africa, go to Libya. Gaddafi was also protecting the interests of Libyans providing everything that the Libyans needed. Gaddafi made Libya a perfect place, a home for the citizens. You know the record of all the activities of Gaddafi in terms of providing for his citizens. In terms of currency, Libyan currency, dinars, was almost equal to US dollars. Libyan citizens were given 50% discount if you want to buy a car by the government. Libyan citizens were given over $6,000 if you are newly married. Gaddafi will give you $6,000. But who killed Gaddafi? It is also Libyans. The same Libyans that he was fighting for. They are the ones that killed Gaddafi. It also happened in the times of Patrice Lumumba from Congo. You know the history of Patrice Lumumba from Congo. It was also Congolese that killed Patrice Lumumba. It happened in Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah. So all these things that black race are complaining in America is not enough reason for you to miss this opportunity. If Trump ever lose this forthcoming election, the black race is gone. The world is gone. Africa is gone in the hands of Antichrist, in the hands of Satan, Church of Satans, in the hands of Illuminati, in the hands of the Chinese. You can see today the fight that Trump is making against China. He is not doing all these fights for his own selfish interest. He is doing this fight to save the ass of the world, to save the ass of Americans, to save American economy. That is why Trump is fighting China today. But majority of the Democrats are using it against him. That is the world we are living into. Trump is fighting China to save the ass of Americans, to save the American economy. But the Democrats and the black race are using it against him in order to win the election. And the majority of Americans, especially the black race, are supporting the fight against Trump over the forthcoming election. Who is blind enough not to see what Chinese has caused the world today? Who is daft enough not to hear what Chinese has done to the world today? Even the deaf and dumb can testify what the world is suffering today in the hands of Chinese. Even the blind can see what the world is suffering today in the hands of Chinese. Whenever Trump calls coronavirus Chinese disease, Chinese virus, the Democrats, some Democrats will be attacking him, will be criticizing him for calling coronavirus the Chinese virus. That is 100% truth. China did this, targeting a forthcoming American US election to destabilize US, to disorganize, to reduce the weight of US economy. And they are achieving it. They have almost achieved it today. China is the one that brought this coronavirus to the world. But today, there is no coronavirus cases in China. China has gone back to their businesses. China has gone back to their businesses, whereby the world has been suffering since March. Yeah, since February, March, the world has been destabilized, has been standstill over this pandemic. But today, China is free. They has gone back to their businesses and continue their exportation and importation of raw materials from Africa, stealing from Africa and importing the raw materials from Africa to China and exporting their products all over the world. They has gone back to their businesses and the world is still suffering. America is destabilized today. The world is destabilized. No international flights. Nothing. No border is open. Frustration all over the place. And Trump is speaking against these people, this devil called China, and Democrats are using it against him. And you have not heard any of the Democrats speaking against these Chinese, coming to open up to kick against what the Chinese has caused the world. You cannot hear the Democrats because they have similar agenda with the China. They have similar agenda with Obama. They have similar agenda with Bill Gates. They have similar agenda with Antichrist. That is the fight. That is the fight for majority of you that do not understand. That is the fight that Trump is fighting. That is why if I make the recommendation for Trump to be voted in, you shouldn't argue that. You shouldn't argue that. The world is suffering today because of China. The world is suffering today because of China. China is the one that brought this coronavirus all over the world. But today they are free. China is 100% free from coronavirus. They has gone back to their businesses. And whenever Trump speaks against Chinese over this pandemic, the Democrats will be using it against him. Let me tell you one thing. If, unfortunately, Trump loses this forthcoming election, let me tell you the danger that the world will be faced with. If Trump loses this forthcoming election, the world is gone in the hands of Chinese. China's agenda is to dominate the world, is to dominate Africa. As I'm speaking to you now, the presence of China, according to records, Chinese has over 1 million Chinese that have resided in Africa. We have over 1 million Chinese that have permanently resided in Africa. And as the population of China continues to increase, their plan and their agenda is to extend to Africa. And they have come with their pernicious agenda and with their pernicious zeal and strategy to dominate Africa. And it is working for them. The plan of the Chinese, China can no longer contain the Chinese. Their plan in the year 2024 is to extend to Africa permanently and dominate and have their own space in the continent of Africa. And let me tell you their strategy to achieve this purpose. Almost 20 countries in Africa today has been indebted to China to the extent that they can never in this life repay those money. Whenever China comes to give you loan, let me tell you how they practically strategize to take over Africa. China will come to you and tell you, we are going to give you loan to build infrastructure. And this loan you are going to pay back in so time. And failure to pay back this loan, we are going to take over whatever you build with our money. And also, we are going to be taking from your resources, from your natural resources, until our money is completed before we release that which you build with our loan to you. And how they do this, when China gives you like $100 million, you build an infrastructure, and the time to pay back will come. You will be unable to pay back. One, they will come and take over that which you have built with their money, and they will also take in charge of your resources. Now, you cannot be accountable or be in charge of the infrastructure you have built with the loan they have given to you, and they will also be sucking from your resources. This is ongoing. This has been going on in Africa. I can mention but the list of few of the countries that are very, very indebted to China, critically. Yes. I'm going to give you the list of few countries from Africa that are indebted to China to the extent that they can never pay back. And the Chinese presence in those countries is very, very pernicious. The first, I'll start from Nigeria. Nigeria, that claims to be the giant of Africa, is today owing China over $4.something billion. And this money, they are not even talking about paying back, but rather they are talking about borrowing more. They are talking about borrowing more instead of talking about paying back this loan. Nigeria is talking about borrowing more from China. That is to show you that their future has been sold to China. China has come already, not that they will come. Their presence in Nigeria is visible to take over whatever infrastructure they have built in Nigeria with their loan, and also be sucking from the oil and the resources of Nigeria. God knows when this will end. Another is Ethiopia. Ethiopia is owing China over $15 billion. This is analytical statistics. You can go to Google it. You can make your research. I am giving you facts and figures. Ethiopia is owing China over $15 billion. The same thing is happening to Ethiopia now. China has taken over Ethiopia, has taken over Nigeria. DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, is owing China over $3.5 billion. Congo is recorded to be the richest resource country. Excuse me. DRC is recorded to be the richest resource country in the whole world. But today, you can count them as one of the poorest nations or countries in the world or in Africa, because of the Chinese, the presence of Chinese in Congo. Congo is now indebted to China, and China is now busy extorting and sucking all the resources, that God has blessed Congo with. China is today sucking it, shipping and developing their countries, and keep on. If they go to their central bank, they will print money, chemical and paper. They will print it and give you as loan, and end up taking all your resources. You see how brainless and foolish an African can be. Apart from DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, also Republic of Congo is also indebted to China. Angola is recorded to be the highest country that is indebted to China. Angola today has lost their future in the hands of the Chinese because of the loan that China has given to them. Even Zambia is not left alone. Zambia has been taken over by the Chinese because of the loan that they have taken, that they will not be able to pay, not even in the next generation. All these things I am pointing out is to explain to Africans reason why you should vote for Donald Trump. Reason why that if Trump leave office, Africa is gone in the hands of the Chinese. If Trump leave office, Christian race will be gone in the hands of the Antichrist. If Trump leave office, even the black race, the world is gone in the hands of Obama, Bill Gates, Antichrist, Illuminati, Chinese. I am telling you the truth. I am telling you nothing but the truth. This is what Trump is fighting. Whenever Trump calls a coronavirus Chinese virus, they will start criticizing him. Democrats will start criticizing him. They will start mimicking him and making mockery of him, fighting him just to leave office. This is just for the interest of the agenda of the Antichrist and Obama, Bill Gates, and the Chinese. The black race is in danger. The only religion that can serve the world, the only religion that can provide a stable and level ground for the world is Christianity. And that is what Trump stands for. That is what Trump stands for. That is the only religion that will save the world. If the American power leave Trump or leave Christianity, the world is gone. You can see when Obama was in office, you can see vividly his agenda. His agenda was simple, just to dominate the world and impose the world to Antichrist, to impose the world to Illuminati, to impose the world to Church of Satan, to impose the world. You can see how Obama was legalizing, legalizing gay in America. He legalized gay in America and brought it to Africa, to impose gay to Africa. He succeeded in imposing it to Seychelles. That was why the former president of Seychelles is a country in East Africa, Their capital is Victoria. Obama imposed a gay to Seychelles. That was why the former president, at a point, they wanted to conduct election to vote on those that want gay and those that do not want. And the former president vowed that if those that want gay is the majority, he will resign. At the end of the day, the majority of Seychelles voted for gay, and they passed it to them. The former president resigned. It is there in the records. During the time of Boko Haram in Nigeria, the only offer that Obama gave Goodluck Jonathan, the former president of Nigeria, was that he should endorse and sign gay into law in Nigeria before the US army will come and fight Boko Haram. Goodluck, as a Christian, said no. Obama withdrew the army of US back to US. It is there in the records. It is now for you to see more facts and figures and visible reasons why you should fight and support Trump to win in the forthcoming election. I want to come back to US citizens. I want to come back to American citizens that are criticizing, calling him all sorts of names. I want to tell you that you are in paradise. I want to tell American citizens that you are in paradise. You are in America. You are complaining in a system that protects your rights 100%. In a system that gives you rights over everything. You are in America. You are in a system that gives you the right to fight for your human rights. All human rights is observed in America. All this racism, all this injustice, all this discrimination you are seeing today that is Trump is being targeted on was not meant by Trump. The policy in America was not meant by Trump. The Constitution of America was not meant by Trump. The laws of America was not meant by Trump. It has been there before Trump came into existence as the president. And you are there complaining, whereby you are in a system that gives you the opportunity to earn money even when you are unemployed. American citizens today receives what they call unemployment. Even when you are unemployed, the government pays you money. Even when you are employed, the government pays you money. If you are sick, you have your insurance. Come to Africa and ask Africans how far. You will know that you are in paradise. That day is the day. Any day you come down to Africa and observe what is going on in the African system, that forget what you see on the internet, forget what you read on social media, on what you read on the newspapers, on what you hear on the news. That is not what is happening in Africa. When you come down to Africa, you will now testify that you are in paradise in US, that the system you are into is heaven on earth. Look at this pandemic. The US government is paying all citizens for this pandemic. In Africa, all we hear about it is on the social media and on the news. No government is paying the citizens any dime. All this lockdown and everything you hear in Africa on your own. People have been locked out of their jobs, have locked out of their businesses, and nothing is being given to them. That is Africa. And you are in America, you are complaining. I want to tell you, because I promised to make this broadcast very brief, I want to tell you that even if you are a Democrat or Republican, vote Donald Trump. Even if you hate Trump or you don't hate Trump, vote Donald Trump. Even if you are black, white, Indian, brown, vote Donald Trump. Donald Trump's agenda is to save your ass. Donald Trump's agenda is to save the whole world, to save the human race from the agenda of Antichrist and Chinese beget Obama and his cartels. I think on this note, I want to end this broadcast here, and we'll meet you next time.